I don't think you've read more books in your chat. Probably not than all of you combined, right? I used to be that person that would do the 100 books over the summer challenge, though. Did anybody else do that? My schools would issue this challenge, right? Where it's like, read 100 books over the summer. And I'd also go for the leaderboards and the most amount of books read. But then I quickly stopped doing that because I realized you can rig the fucking system. You can rig the fucking system, chat, and that's what people will do, right? So I would aim for the leaderboards in my schools with like the most amount of books read, but it's like everybody else is just fucking burning through the really easy to read shit. And I'm over here, I'm fucking like 4 grade levels ahead, dude! I'm fucking like reading the good shit, you know? And it's longer to read. Go in the dark, they went $2. Picture books don't count, Pippa. Fuck you. They should count pages, not books. They should count like based on the complexity of book, I think. The game, the contest they did. Name one book, 1984. Pippa reading Atlas Shrugged. You know, I used to own that book and I never read it. And one of my English teachers was always like, it's such a good book, dude. It's so good, dude. And I was like, okay, Anne Rand? They were like, yeah, Anne Rand. She's like the fucking best, dude. Anne Rand, she like makes all the good shit. And I was like, let me Google this person. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one! I used to check out the, like, I was always really curious about, like, when you go to the grocery store, right? How there used to be, anyways, like, this section of books, like, right near the cash register. I haven't really noticed it being a thing anymore. But it used to be a big thing. And I was always like, well, these are, like, the best fucking sellers, right? So they gotta be good? No. No. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know why I thought popular meant good. No. 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 No, definitely not. Yeah, that's a trap. Yeah, that's a trap. Yeah, that's a fucking trap. Don't believe it. New York Times bestseller list and shit? No. 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 I think the only one I enjoyed, I read Coup d'etat. And I was like, you know what? This is pretty good. It doesn't have a lot of substance, but it's alright. And I think I had more fun asking other kids to read the title and hearing the different ways children my age would pronounce coup d'etat. And I got like this smug sense of superiority off of it. I need to end the stream here.
What the fuck?
New York Times bestseller basically just means book that sold 1,000 copies. Coup d'etat. Coup d'etat. For curiosity, Pippa, are you a speed reader or do you take your time with books? It depends. With some books, I'm more of a speed reader, right? And I just kind of want to get through it because the book maybe isn't... Chat, in my opinion, there are two different types of books. There's the books where each sentence has a certain gravity to it and has a lot of implied meaning. And the language is like poetry on its own, right? And then there's another type of book where it's like, it doesn't fucking matter how you read the words because you just need to get through them because it's the forest for the trees kind of thing, right? It's like the person wants to tell a story and they might not be the best at actually conveying it, so you just power through it to get to the point. Brain candy books, they're not always junk food. They're not always junk food. There are definitely some where it's like they're definitely a talented storyteller, but they're not very good at like making the individual parts of the story powerful, I guess. Like they're not interested in conveying it in a very weighty manner, perhaps. Stephen King, yeah, Stephen King is one of those people where it's like you can just power through it. Stephen King, you can just power the fuck through it. Stephen King is not like a master of prose. It takes Stephen King forever to get to the point, but he's super popular. I enjoy Stephen King. The Handbook for Mortals author, I never read that. I never was into romance books. You just skim it and get the ideas, yeah, pretty much. You know, a book about how to avoid deforestation is really contradictory, you know? Go in the dark, thank you for $2. She convinced me she was a bookworm. I was a bookworm. Now I don't know what I am. I'm just a streamer. I can't even say I'm much of a gamer anymore. I don't even play games as much anymore. Chat, you know what I do when I'm not streaming? I play like some Azure Lane. Maybe mess with like Vroid Studio. Maybe make some characters on Pekora. Read a shit ton of webcomics and call it a day. Now I'm just a worm. Yeah. That's like all I do, man. My only real hobby, I guess, is messing with webcomic... Or not messing... reading webcomics. Pippa exists off stream? I know, right? Now you're Chinese blue like Pekora. Ah.